Ahoy lads and ladies, my name's Hampy, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some more we're not playing VGC today, we're playing some more International Challenge for April. Ooh, gee, tripping over myself there. Okay, and we're up to game 5 and 6 for day 3, and we're going to get into it here. We're going to get into the games, see what we can find. We took a couple of wins in that last episode. Hopefully we can turn those couple of wins into a winning streak. And we found our opponent, and they've got a Lapras, Alcremie, and Arcanine core, which is scary as heck. And they've also got a Conkeldurr, a Rhyperior, and a Togekiss. So that's a strong team right there. That's a very strong team. We're looking at what's our plays here? Our plays here are like Excadrill, Lapras, and Conkeldurr, I believe, is the other one you bring here, and Hawlucha. Do we lead Conkeldurr? No, you lead Excadrill. I'm gonna go Hawlucha. Sylveon is not the best. Chandelure is definitely not great this game. Right, Sylveon or Conkeldurr. And the Conkeldurr looks way better. At the end of the day, at the end of it. Definitely looks way better. But yeah, this is a very strong team of our opponent, and they're got a trainer card to match. They're saying, "Oh, you're gonna cry," but we're definitely that's a cool little trainer, color coded and all. That's not bad, not bad at all. But they are not dressed for the challenge. Unlike we are, we're all dressed and ready to go for this challenge, and that's the lead we were expecting. And here's the mind game here, turn 1. Do we Iron Head? Does the Alcremie have Protect, basically, is what we need to be worried about. I think the plan is to protect our Excadrill, and we're going to freeze dry the Alcremie slot. And scout for a protect, because they're going to, obviously, their plan here is to do that. It's to Dynamax the Lapras. They may Decorate, which gives it a +2 boost, just a free +2 from the Alcremie. And this Lapras also could be running a Thunder. That could... Decorate comes out into the Lapras. So we could have, probably could have... And the res comes down from the Lapras into the Excadrill. So it's going to hit us for a little bit of damage through the Protect. It sets up their Resonance probably for 8 turns here. So we haven't done much damage to that Alcremie. And now we have opened up the possibility of Alcremie just protecting this turn, which is really bad for us. But then it's a Berry Alcremie too, so that's not good. That's why they were free to just... But we're not in the worst of scenarios, okay? Fake Tears comes into probably Lapras. And then the Max Lightning is going to come into the Lapras slot. That's unexpected. And not great for us either. Definitely not great for us. Because we now have no way to proc Lucha's okay, so Excadrill will survive another Excadrill will survive another oh, it might not survive a Max Geyser. That was a res, wasn't it? Should have Iron-Headed. I really needed to get rid of that Alcremie this turn. I should have Iron-Headed. So Alcremie is super threatening. Oh, but it does have the Protect, so there you go. We've, well, as long as our Excadrill doesn't get KO'd here, we're not in the worst of spots, but we're not in the best of spots. Geyser's going to come out. It's going to hit us into the Protect. It's going to do a lot of damage. It does KO us. Whew. Gee whiz. I did say this was a strong team at the start of the video. So now what? Now what? Because that Lapras has okay, we're gonna double the Lapras, but here's the problem with that now. You know what, we're gonna go the other way. We're gonna Dynamax double the Lapras. And yep, we want to Muck Punch. We wanted to make it so that Lapras doesn't get an attack off, hopefully. Hopefully. Because the Lucha is definitely going to be the fastest thing on the field here. Problem is we don't get the Muck Punch, we don't get the +1 boost until afterwards, which is unfortunate. But we just need to go hard on this Lapras. No weakness policy on it, so that's alright, but that's to be expected. Oh! Oh, that's rough. That's rough. That's rough. We were... Yep, Fake Tears is going to go out into Conkeldurr, and Conkeldurr is going to go down to the Hydro Pump. It's at +2, and it's at +2, and so if we had got it, oh, we were close, but unfortunately, no Siggy's there. We're going to probably get 3-0'd here. I'd say that Alcremie probably has a Dazzling Gleam that's going to be single target. But we were very close to KOing that Lapras. I don't think the Conkeldurr would have outsped it, so we did what we had to. So that's going to come out. That does less than half. So we can take another hit of that here, but unfortunately, I think it's one Pokemon too many. This Conkeldurr's going to come out, and we are +2 boosted, but if that Conkeldurr's not Assault Vested, then really I should have, really the Alcremie might have been the one to go for there, but he's going to Dazzling Gleam us again. Down to 16 health. The last Pokemon's going to come in, probably Togekiss. Anything with a move that can't miss is going to do it. Now Rhyperior comes in, and we know we don't... Oh well. Let's see if a close... let's see if a close combat KOs this Rhyperior. If it does, it's just going to make me sad because we were very, you know what's put in a lot of work here? That Aurora Veil. That Aurora Veil has won my opponent the game there, I think. But that's a very so it was a lot closer than it looked, as you can see. Like, we were maybe, we were a couple of slithers of health away from winning that. If we had our own Conkeldurr there, we would have been in a very good spot to do some. We probably would have been able to pull that one out. So close, but no ciggy, as they say. And we'll move on to the next one for the day, which is game. Game 6. Just not quite. Just if we could have got a little bit of chip damage into that lapras somehow, maybe in those early turns, might look back on that one and sort of go, well, I protected here. I think there was a turn where I protected Conkeldurr and lost extra drill for free. Whereas if I had have, that little bit of that protect that turn. Okay. So, what do we got here? We have a Darmanitan, a Snorlax, a Dusclops, Togekiss, Rotom Wash, and Dragapult. This is another strong looking team. And so my opponent goes one of two ways. They go Dusclops. Well, either way, I think the plan here is to bring Conkeldurr and Hawlucha, I think. Yeah. And really, if they bring it, the Pokemon that... Ooh, that's just a plain dull trainer card. The name's just Sword, so... Someone's alt account by the looks of things. Dusclops Darmanitan. That's a... Ooh, that's good. That's a good lead by my opponent. We're going to protect our Excadrill and swap out our Lapras here. Even Conkeldurr. And again, like, because they've led this, I'd suggest an ally switch is coming. Bang. Superpower. Okay, that's bad for us. That's very bad for us. But he is locked into superpower now. See if we get this right. We half health that Darmanitan. We get this wrong. We might even go close to KO in that Darmanitan off a Muck Punch, but The bird's going to come in and he's going to go down to half health here, I think. He's not going to really take this like a champ, unfortunately. Out goes the Darmanitan. In comes a Togekiss. Well, that's a good play. My opponent is probably gonna... Okay, so that's gonna do not much. Shadow Sneak comes out. Okay. So... This, actually, we're in a pretty... We're not in the best of positions here. I think it's best that we just, switch straight out. But... Who for what? Yep. We switch the Concolda for Lapras and Mahalucha for Excadrill. We just pull a double switch. Might have even been better to go the other way, actually. Actually, no, the Togekiss would probably just, if they have it, Dazzling Gleam is too good to pass up here. Which, having to do a whole bunch of switching here is definitely not the not the most exciting thing in the world, but gotta do it sometimes. And the ally switch comes out again from my opponent. And Dazzling Gleam comes down. We do take that very well. Now we're going to Freeze Dry and we're going to Rock Slide here, I think. It's going to be our play. So now we're in a bit of a better position. Took that little bit of chip damage on both Pokemon to be able to put ourselves in a much better position. And they've shown us Darmanitan and they've shown us Togekiss here, so we know we've got a Scarf Darmanitan in the back with superpower. It might not be scarfed, but so if my opponent switches in that Darmanitan here, it's going to cop a Rock Slide from the Excadrill. Protect from the Togekiss is a nice play. Shadow Sneak comes out into the Excadrill slot. It's going to take a little chip. Now, the question is, do we think he keeps in the Togekiss here? Or do we think he keeps the Togekiss in and ally switches? Or does he bring out the Darmanitan again? Like, does he bring in a another choice? So if we think he switches, it's a good play to protect, well, yeah, protect an Earthquake. You know what, I'm going to call the ally switch here, and I'm going to Rock Slide. Again. Helping Hand from the Dusclops. So we get that wrong, so it's got ally switch, Helping Hand, and something avoided it. I hope it was the yeah. So this is going to hurt. Ooh, this is really going to hurt. Oh. Very much never lucky. Never lucky. We miss our Rock Slide. They hit there, and we get the unimportant Pokemon. It's not good, guys. Not good. Excadrill was very important there. So we know it's got a Dazzling Gleam. I think it might be birdie time. And the question is, like, do we think it follows me? I want to say that should be enough to get the Dusclops. Get that Dusclops down. Like, I don't think Togekiss follows me here. Like, it might. If they follow me Trick Room, that's a clever play. But if they wait a turn to Trick Room, then we get out to follow me at least, and tries to get tricky basically. Then we can get that Dusclops. So there's no switches. Cody's going big boy. But yeah, it's running Protect. That Togekiss is running Protect, Heat Wave, Dazzling Gleam. It may not have a Follow Me here. Oof, that's unfortunate. We're not going to survive a big Togekiss hit. I could have gone the other way. I actually could have gone the Lapras route. Bummer. Yep. Looks like this one's a two. Ooh, the ally switch comes out. Okay, so we're gonna get a max airstream off into that Togekiss. But that did a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a crit. So there's definitely no hope of surviving this one. I don't think we are about out of it. That did a fair chunk, but like we would have needed a crit. Here comes the Max Starfall into the Lucha, and that's the KO. And that's going to be the game, I think. I don't think there's any much point playing this out. Can just Starfall again the next turn. I get the Freeze Dry Call right. Like, that Dusclops could very easily have Pain Split, but if I get the Freeze Dry Call right, it might not necessarily be. Well, yeah, it probably is, because they got that Darmanitan that can just come in and clean up from here. But I think he might chucked an ally switch there and saw that I was targeting the Dusclops down, so he might be inclined to not ally switch here. So it looks like, but it does look like we're going to take our fourth loss for day 3 here. Helping Hand comes out, so Helping Hand. Freeze Dry comes out first. Oh, that's unfortunate. It was a crit too, so there you go. The Max Starfall comes into the Conkeldurr slot, which is going to do a little bit. And we're going to... Because if we get this right, we still have a chance as well. That's the... I don't think it goes for a Helping Hand again. It might. We're going to go for the Ice Shard into the main slot. Then we're going to go for the Ice Punch into the Dusclops slot. I really should have Muck Punched that Dusclops slot, actually. Then either way, like, well, it might not do enough to the giant Togekiss, but to the Jumbo Jet. Oh, we get it right. The Togekiss goes down. This may not be over just yet, guys. This may not be over. We might be able to get a... It's not going to double here. Shadow Sneak comes into the Conkeldurr. It's not going to do much. And there's Shadow Sneak as well, so we could also assume Trick Room on this thing, right? So we know it's no pain split. The Rotom Wash comes out. I think I'm gonna freeze dry. We're gonna like hedge our bets here, and we're gonna freeze dry that slot and Drain Punch. Like, I don't think the Shadow Sneak KOs us. So we're gonna freeze dry the Dusclops slot. He's gonna do a little bit, and he's gonna nasty plot. So we're gonna hit a big Drain Punch onto this Rotom. And that does a lot of damage, and we get a lot of health back too. Oh, we get a little bit of health back. So we do need another Drain Punch here to get this. The question is, does it target the Lapras or does it target the Conkeldurr with that Rotom? I think he goes to Conkeldurr because he's worried about he's worried about the Muck Punch, I think. Freeze dry Rotom and protect Conkeldurr. This might be where he ally switches here. If we see a Helping Hand come out, we're in trouble. That's the one thing we need to worry about, is a Helping Hand. Helping Hand ally switch comes out. Okay. From the Dusclops. So we got that wrong. Thunderbolt comes out into the Conkeldurr slot. Do we get the KO here? We do. We get the KO on the Dusclops. We might be able to pull this comeback out just yet, guys. We might have this. So here's the thing. Do we think... What do we think? Who do we... we need... Here's what we do. Conkeldurr can't protect here. Alright, so we need to freeze dry that. Do a big Muck Punch into the Darmanitan. Gets the KO. Should have protected our Lapras. Should have protected our Lapras there. Then we'd be able to get the Drain Punch off, or the Freeze Dry. But that's going to do it, I think. I don't think the Muck Punch is going to be enough. The opposing player's timer ran out. Okay. We'll take the win. That was very close. I'll take the win. It didn't look great. We had to Muck Punch that. We had to Muck Punch that Rotom, and we had to hope for a crit. But hey, we'll take the comeback. That was, holy heck, what a comeback. Alright. Okay guys, that was a long game, but this is equated to a long video now, so I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.